If you remember, we had a little bit of problem trying to get this combine off the trailer. Well, I solved that. I unhooked the tractor and pushed the trailer a little bit, and it kind of broke it loose. So I think we can move now. Let's give it a try. Hey, there we go. All right. So let's get started on this field. Okay. Oh, I guess I better move the trailer first. Uh-oh, kind of knocked the tongue out of whack. Wind up here. Okay, let's get this thing out of the way. Okey-doke. All right, get this thing ready to go. In fact, that's got a pretty good capacity. We'll find out. And we're off. Oh, looks like we're doing canola. All right, while that's going, I'll take the tractor back and get a trailer. Okay. We're off to the farm. Uh-oh, missed my turn. Looks like there's the campground for this map. Now, normally in a lot of the games I've played, if I play legit, I usually do the mowing quests to try to get some money going. In this case, this map started out just from the get-go with quite a number of fields. So I have lots of fields to work, and I just decided to go ahead and work the fields because the mowing jobs get to be so boring after a while. It's a good way to make money right up front if you're starting from scratch, but because normally when you start a map, you only get about 1 or 2 fields, and they're not the biggest ones. That's a pretty nice looking river there. Now I don't use a keyboard to drive. I use a Logitech Rumble Pad. I wonder how bad the traffic's going to be around the farm if we're going to be colliding with things all the time. Oh man, I forgot everything's at the shop. Oh no. Oh well, take the scenic route. Well, since we're taking the scenic route, this is the farm to the right. And if we go down this road a little ways, take a left, there are 3 selling points right together. Well, and this is kind of nice on this map too, because these signs all tell you which way to go. So you can see everything's this way: biogas, vehicle dealer, grain mill, brewery, freight yard, oil mill, and horse stable. Now I haven't been to the horse stable yet, as I haven't went completely around this map, but I kind of wanted to know where the sell points were so that I can check prices. And I found out that this right here, I thought when I first loaded this world, was a flour mill. And it is a mill, but it's for canola, and canola only. You bring your canola here and it turns it into oil, so like vegetable oil. And it's actually is a pretty good price. And then if we go around this way, this big building here is the flour mill. And you can tell because there is a mill on the sign. How convenient. And this place is pretty good size. And of course the sell point's right there. And then, so you can sell your wheat and barley here. But if you want a better price on barley, usually the wheat price is pretty good here, but if you want a better price on barley, this is a brewery. And you get a pretty good price on barley at this brewery. Okay, so those are the 3 major sell points. Can't remember if I've been to the freight yard yet. Let's see. Garden Market. Alright, so... And I know I haven't been to the horse stable. And talking about beer, I was listening to Doc M77 one day, and he was talking about Germany and how they regulate the manufacture of, or the brewing of beer. And they have very, very strict rules for, federal rules for making beer, producing beer. You can only put certain ingredients in, and that's it, nothing more. It's pretty interesting. It was pretty basic beer. Up until a certain time, you weren't even allowed to put yeast in it, and then they added the ability to put yeast in beer. Okay, and we're off to the races. Let's see if we can make it back before that combine fills up. I like all these little shortcut roads. Got a little snow on the mountains. Combine's making short work of this. Okay, I'm not going to fill this up, I don't think. I'm just going to take a little bit so he can keep running, and then I'm going to set up a course play for this field. Yeah. Not that much left. Maybe I'll let him finish up, but I still need to make a course play route for this field. I know what I'll do. I'll make a course play route for the next field over there, so I can move the combine over, and then I'll come back and make a course play for this one. Okay, let him finish up. Okay, now these fields are pretty far away from the farm, but they're not very big. Usually just a couple trips and you got everything loaded. Oh, stuck in traffic. Okay, gotta love this. On these farms, they got tractors that go faster than the automobiles. As I'm setting up a route, I don't want to pass him because there could be traffic in the other lane at other times, and if I jump out there, I'm just going to get into a collision. But I don't think he's going to go too far here. All right. When I first started out playing this game, I used the keyboard to drive, and it was kind of a pain after a while, so I pulled out the old rumble pad. It works pretty good. I'm kind of a lazy farmer. That's I kind of like course play because you can hire drivers and then use the course play and let it run its routes, and I can control a whole lot more equipment that way. Shortens the farming day a little bit for you. It doesn't take too long to harvest if you got workers you can hire. And my workers, they pretty much work just for meals. So they're cheap or inexpensive. Yeah, I grew up on a farm back in the day, but we didn't do crops. We had, I had a few horses, and we had cattle. At one point, we had a few sheep. I hate sheep to raise. And whoa, we had some chickens, and we raised a lot of pigs. But where I grew up, the main, it was in a valley, and there were a lot of vegetables. We had about every kind of vegetable you can imagine growing in the season, and a lot of fruit. So cherries and apples, pears, peaches, apricots, just about anything you can imagine in fruit. And so at any time during the year, there was always something growing. You get used to fresh vegetables and fresh fruit. And I remember the first time I moved away from the valley and had to go into a store, go into a grocery store to buy an apple, and you looked at it and said, "This is an apple?" It looked like a crab apple. You know, you get used to just going out to a tree and picking a nice, great big apple off the tree, fresh, and then you go to the grocery store and it's an apple that's been in deep freeze for a year or two. How's that going to mess up my course? Probably. I better fix that. Yeah, I better fix it. Not used to these little narrow gaps. I've been playing on a very large map before this. Okay. Yeah, I play a little bit of Euro Truck Simulator, and I had quite a bit of fun with it when I first bought it. And for Christmas last year, I got one of the game wheels, a Logitech game wheel, and oh my god, did it change that game. It really changed that game. See how our combine's doing. Oh, it didn't get hit by a train. That's good. At least I don't think it did. Maybe it did. Well, thank God there's no physical damage done in the game. That train would have annihilated this harvester. And they're not cheap. Choo-choo! Yeah, I really like this map. I need to find out where the freight yard is. And I'm not even sure if there's a port in this game. Let's see. There's a freight depot, a horse ranch, the inn, a mill, the oil mill, and a market, and the brewery. It doesn't look like there's a port. And I don't know where the inn is. And I haven't been to the market. And I haven't been to the freight depot yet. My last map, I bought one of the ATVs and I used it to run around and look at things and get from field to field quickly. It was a hoot. Okay, we're gonna... Oh, I didn't know this combine had wither wheels. Oh no, I didn't realize that. Well, I don't want to wither too much of my crop. Let me bring the trailer to the combine. I think there's a way to take the wither wheels out, but I'll have to experiment with that mod. I think I've seen other players take the wither wheels and they go into the mod itself and change that. Alright, see if I can back out of here. Well, lost a little crop, not too much. I have an older John Deere harvester. It's bigger than this one in size, but it doesn't. The grain capacity isn't as large. I think it's now the one I'm using. I have three versions of. There's the dual wheels, which you have to buy the wheels for, and then you have to put them on and take them off yourself. Then there's the track one that I'm using, and then there's just a regular dual wheel one. And then I've got that monster. It's bigger in size, but as you see, the volume is only 11.8, and the other one is 14.1. Okay, save that as field 37. Let's get this guy moving some equipment around back to the farm while they're working that field. Oh man, I gotta learn to drive. Okay, hook up the seeder. I saw there is a mod of this seeder. Well, there's more than one, but they've got John Deere all over it. These narrow entryways here. Oh man, what did I hit? I think the trailer hit the sidewalk. Oh, I'm gonna get stuck. I just know it. Yep, I'm stuck. Well, it's cheaty time. It's cheaty time. Oh, there's one we don't have to move. I guess I have to learn if I've got something big like that to take one of the larger exits like that one over there. To keep track of all my fails. Which is one of the reasons why I play these kind of games. If I play first-person shooters, I am no good at them. You might as well just put a target on my back. I can't go 5 feet without getting killed. When I was playing World of Warcraft, I could be a level 50 character and a level 15 character could kick my butt in PvP. So I just hated PvP. I always avoided being on a PvP server, and I'd go into Goldshire or wherever they're doing their duels, and I had a macro made, and people would come up and want to duel you, and I said if I wanted to duel, I'd be on a PvP server and just hit the macro. But it's kind of funny because I played Eve for years, and I mean that's pretty much strictly PvP. Can't get much more PvP than Eve, but it was a different kind. I happened to get in a group, and I like to mine, so I would do the mining while everybody else protected me. So that was kind of fun. I used to enjoy being a miner. Uh-oh. Looks like my other tractor stuck in traffic someplace. Oh, I cut that a little bit too close. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna probably have to redo this route, but I'm not gonna do it right away. I'm not quite sure where all the traffic is on this map, and so you have to make sure you stay in your own lane. And I think I cut that corner a little bit too close. I cut this one too close too. I'm gonna probably have to redo that, but it works for now. I'm anxious to start. I'm gonna start a Let's Play of Dragon Age. I want to get through Dragon Age 1 and Dragon Age 2. Now, I've played them before. Many times, several times I've played through those Dragon Age games, but the new Dragon Age is going to be coming out, and I want to play through Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2 before the new one comes out. So, and I thought, well, I might as well make a Let's Play of it. So I'm going to be doing that, starting that pretty soon. And I want to go through, one of my favorite games was Mass Effect. And I want to go through and do Let's Play of Mass Effect. 1, 2, and 3. I had a lot of fun playing them. In Mass Effect, I like to play a female shepherd, the Fem Shep. I think the dialogues are better with the Fem Shepherd. Played through several times as a male shepherd, so I know what that's all about. But the last time I played as a female shepherd, and I thought that I'd read someplace that the dialogues were better for the female character. So I think I'll do the Let's Play of a Fem Shepherd. Looks like the Combine is full. Let's go see. Why is he not... what is going on? Oh, no wonder. Need to set it to Combine. Alright, let's see if we can get him to detect the Combine. Come on. He's going to go through the whole route first. Alright. Well, once you get these Courseplay sets up correctly, they're a time saver. Well, it's kind of like back in the day. I went to college as a computer programmer, and the garbage in, garbage out. And then back then, with the mainframe computers, people would say, "Well, what's the big deal with computers?" Because it took you several weeks to write this program that I could sit down with a pencil and paper and solve in no time. But that wasn't the point. The point was, yeah, it took 3 weeks to write the program, but once it's written and working correctly, you push a button and it can do it 1,000 times. It can do it over and over and over just by the blink of an eye. And that was back then the purpose of computers was to do something faster than you could do it with a pen and paper. But back then, there were no monitors. There were no keyboards. It wasn't a GUI. We used punch cards. Little pieces of paper with holes in them to write programs. Yeah, back then your best friend was a slide rule. Okay, I'm going to be glad to get those 2 fields done because they were dark green and won't be too long before they were withered. These John Deeres are kind of cool. Look at the gas pedal. They get all the pedals work. There's a little jump seat. I know when it rains, the windshield wipers work. At least in this one, I think. There's no cup in my cup holder. I'm gonna have to find my thermos. Home again, jiggity jig. I've hit those firewood stacks quite often. But who's counting? And I'll probably move the rest of that. I think there's only one or two pieces left, but I'll probably move them offline. All right, looks like we're done. Okay, and with that, we finished these two fields. I think I'll call it work day. And when we come back, we'll go back to closer to the farm and start harvesting those fields that are closer to the farm. So, everybody, have a good day.